This is enough now. Sense the shape of your brow, the salt on your cheeks, and the way that you're looking down.
Whoa! What is up, everybody? That's a lot of shit traffic over there. What we want to talk to you guys in today's video is about keeping those good people in your life and getting rid of the negative junk. And we all know we have negative people in our life that aren't helping us. They're not helping us strive to achieve our goals. They're not out there doing everything in their power to motivate you. So the old saying is, you are who you surround yourself with, and that is realistically 100% true. So why on a daily basis would you surround yourself with people who don't really benefit your life? You should always be hanging around people that will always 110% benefit your life and make your life that much more fun and exciting. And that's what I'm trying to do, is knock out all the people that realistically don't do much for me. Because what's the point of having people that don't do nothing? They're not motivating you. They're just there because there's things to do. Or they're just somebody, oh, when I'm bored, I'll call up Jimmy, and Jimmy will be able to hang out because Jimmy never does nothing. You gotta start taking out all the negativity in your life and having just positive people, because when you have positive people around you, they're gonna motivate you. I have a friend, in like the last year, she was working like a job where she was working 70 hours a week, and you go, damn, 70 hours. She goes, yeah, she was trying to do everything in her power to buy herself a brand new car, get herself a house, get herself basically her life on track, and she did everything in her power. And on top of that, she was going to school full time, going to get her master's degree, baby. And I was like, damn, you're putting in hours. And she goes, you know what? I don't care about hanging out with people. I'm doing the things I need to do to better my life. I don't need to hang out with people right now. I can miss the parties. I can miss the social hangouts, because later in life, I'm going to be the one balling and making that money while you're sitting there struggling because you just wanted to go to some stupid-ass party and get a little bit of beer in you while I'm making those life changes. You're sitting there struggling like a mother trucker. And I was like, hey, you got a point, sister. You got a point right there. That's a hell of a thing. And a lot of people call it cutting the fat off the steak, and basically meaning cut off all the fat that you don't need in that life. And I totally 100% agree with that statement. Like Joe Rogan has said it, a lot of people have said it. Cut off the fat of stuff that you don't want in your life. Why hang around people who are not into the same things you are? You're into hardcore working out, getting in shape, but your friends over here wanting to get fat, slow, and sluggish, and they're like, come on, dog, stop working out. You don't need to be doing that. That's a waste of money. And they're always negative. I don't have a job. My life is terrible. No one likes me. Girls always hate me. And it's like, why are you so negative all the time, my guy? You can't just be that way all the time and think that's the way life is. Life is all about having fun and enjoying life and doing the things that you want to do. And I think when you're hanging around like bozos who don't have much going on, all they are is a cesspool. They're just trying to milk it for everything they are. Hey, Trevor has money. Hey, you want to go to this place? Oh, I don't got that much money, dog. You mind picking up the tab? And I'll be like, sure, why not? But eventually you just gotta say enough is enough and be like, hey, you're a cool person, but I can't just socialize with you anymore because what you're doing is not benefiting me or benefiting anything that I'm trying to achieve. Because don't you guys honestly agree with that statement, though? The people you surround yourself with are the people who make you. Because everybody has a goal in life. Everybody should strive to achieve everything you have set out for yourself. Everybody should live the life that they want. And I believe everybody is not living the life they want. They're doing jobs they don't want. They're doing things they don't want just so they can survive on this planet. And I think if you could end a chapter of your life, it's like Joe Rogan says, be the hero of your own story. Do the things that your hero would do in that movie. Do the things that that hero would do in that X-Men movie or that superhero movie to better your life. Do all those things. So that's how I'm trying to live my life. I've stopped talking to quite a few people in my life just for those certain reasons. If they're not doing anything for you, then what's the point of keeping them around? And there was one dude, I would say I had been friends with him since like the 5th grade, so I was like 10 years old. And then I was from like 1995 till around 2008. We were like best buddies. We would drink together, we would hang out together, we would do pretty much anything together, go to concerts together. And then I realized when one of my buddies hit me up, he's like, hey, I'm getting ready to go to college, would you want to join me? And I was like, yeah, I need to do something in my life. I need to step my game up and better my life. And this other guy that I was friends with for years, I brought it up to him like, hey, I'm going to move into this town and starting going to college. And he goes, what? Why would you do that? You're a loser. Why would you even leave? You're going to leave me here? What? Why? And I realized at that moment that that guy had nothing going for himself. He was jealous that I was taking the necessary steps to go to college, and I went to college for digital audio and production. So learning how to record like in a studio, learning how to record in like a environment like that, that's what I wanted to go to college for. And I thought going to college is the man thing to do, an adult thing to do. You step your game up and you go try to achieve those goals that you want to achieve in life. And at that point in my life, I wasn't really doing much. But when one of my buddies hit me up and said, "You want to do it?" I was like, yeah, I have to grow some balls and do things that I'm doing, because my life where I'm at right now ain't going nowhere. And I didn't want to be a low life piece of garbage who never achieved nothing. I didn't want to be a low life at like 25 when all my friends are achieving stuff and I'm sitting there like twiddling my thumbs playing video games all my life and going, yeah, I'm smoking dope, I'm getting drunk, I'm fucking drunk. I don't want to be that guy, because I'm like, that's not a good look, my guy. I'm going to be moving to this town on this day. And he called me up on my, this was when I still had like a house phone, and belatedly blasted me. Why are you doing this? Why are you moving? You're only moving to that town. There's nothing there. It's all hillbillies and rednecks. And I'm thinking, I don't give a shit if there's hillbillies or rednecks at that town where the college is at. It's where I'm going, and I'm moving out of this shitty small town that has nothing to offer me. No jobs, no nothing. And it's preventing me, this little town is preventing me to improve my life. And to this day, from what my buddy says, the same guy does the same thing. He basically drifts around town, walks around town, drifts around town. He might have a girlfriend now, but he drifts around, and he smokes a lot of weed. And I'm like, that's not the life I wanted. I wanted the life that I have now, where I'm working my ass off to get the things that I wanted. Get a car, get a Vespa, get a truck, do the things I need to do to better my life. Maybe eventually settle down, meet a fine ass girl to make a family with, and enjoy the rest of my life, like a story, like a little story, you know. And that's exactly what I want. And I have positive people in my life that motivate me. They strive to hit me up sometimes. Hey, what are you doing with your life? What are you doing this? And they send me positive like text messages, and I love that. But this kid, he was so like offended that I was taking it into my own hand, that I was getting ready to move to another town to better myself. He was like, what? Why? What are you doing? And I'm like, we had our like 10-year run. We had our run of hanging out, drinking beers, going to concerts, watching UFC fights, grubbing, eating good food, talking to the ladies. But that's not the life I want. I want a life where I could eventually get my own house, my own vehicle, start a family with a beautiful woman. And that's what I strive to do. And this guy was just belating, oh my God, why are you doing this? And that's one of the things I had to cut him out of my life. So at the end of the day, you have to do the things that you got to do to cut people off. And if certain people don't know why you're cutting them off, then they got to look in the mirror and go, why did Dan cut me out of his life? Why did Dan not respond to my messages anymore? It's because you're not helping Dan, you're not helping Nick, you're not helping Trevor better than life, or you're not doing anything with yourself. And I don't want to always hit you up. What are you doing? Nothing. Oh, you got a girlfriend? No. You want to go hang out? Yeah, what do you want to do? I don't know, I don't got no money. And they're always broke. Oh, I need a ride. Because they don't have a car, they don't have a job, they don't have a life, they have nothing going for themselves, so you have no routine to get up. You have nothing to look forward to. You just go to bed, wake up. It's the same thing. Go to bed, wake up, and you're just drifting through life. And I tell everybody out there, stop drifting through life and make something of yourself. And cut out all the bad in your life, so you can achieve the good stuff. All the bad people in your life, even if they've been friends for years, sometimes you got to kick them to the curb and move on, because they're just holding you down, and you can't just sit there and let people hold you down, my guy. But as always, guys, thanks for stopping by and enjoying today's ride.